Miami plays at Pittsburgh tonight. Sandy Alcantara on the mound. He enters 5-4. This Sports Flash is presented by Progressive. Bundle auto and home, renters, or condo insurance and save with Progressive. I'm Matt Pauley on Real Talk 93.3.
The Colonel's cooked up a new $10 bucket of the day just for you. Monday, 24 nuggets for $10. Tuesday, 8-piece fried chicken for $10. Wednesday, 10 wings for $10. Thursday, 8 tenders for $10. Friday, 24 nuggets for... Ooh, you guessed it, didn't you? $10.
Finger licking machine.
The $10 bucket of the day deal. Every weekday. Only at KFC. It's finger licking good.
Prices and participation vary while supplies last. Not available on third-party ordering platforms. Tax extra.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Really smart. Unfortunately, I didn't check if I took the gas hose out of my car's tank. Ooh, not smart. And I drove off while still attached to pump number 3.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Potential savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
What do you need tires on? Your car or truck, tractor, or heavy equipment? At Nice Tire and Auto Service, we have tires for all of these needs. And we service your vehicle from air conditioning and computerized alignment to oil changes and everything else under the hood. Call Nice Tire and Auto today at 574-4100. That's 574-4100 for your scheduled maintenance. National accounts welcome at Nice Tire and Auto Service, 4792 Bluntstown Highway, just west of Capitol Circle.
On the front lines, fighting the insanity of the woke, it's Matt and Brett Doster with America in View.
Matt, Florida has become the world leader for freedom, and I love being in the studio with you every week where we are reinforcing the conservative movement with truth, the Constitution, and a little redneck common sense. We're waking the woke.
That's right, Brett. We enjoy talking politics and what's going on in the world. We're bringing our take on the issues, doing our best to fight for freedom.
So tune in every Friday at 4 p.m. on Real Talk 93.3.
Good morning, Tallahassee. It's time to kickstart your day with real conversations, real laughs, and real people. It's time for the Greg Tish Show on Real Talk 93.3. Grab your coffee, settle in, and let's get this day started. Starring your host, Greg Tish, voice of the capital city. We've got the news, the talk, the laughs, and a little something extra to get your morning going. And now, here's your host, Greg Tish.
Good morning, Tallahassee. Good morning, Apalachicola. Good morning, Carabel. Good morning, Thomasville, Mount Dora, and Cincinnati. Currently hot in the capital city. Going to be hot all day. Going to be hot tomorrow. Going to be hot just this weekend. Just prepare for it to be hot. Jason is out of town, so I am in solo today. But thank goodness that there are a lot of guests, so you don't have to hear me stumbling. And joining me on the phone right now from Tallahassee Talks that you can hear tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., the one, the only, Brian Cerny. Good morning, my brother. How are you?
Good morning, brother Greg. I know you're just feeling a little, isolated, just sitting there by your poor little self, all lonesome. Where is my Jason? I know, my brother. We're all here for you, pal. We love you, and we love this broadcast, and I know Tallahassee is reaching out right now with open arms and saying, hey, Greg, we're going to get through this together. It's going to happen tomorrow morning, bright and early, 7 o'clock on Real Talk with Tallahassee Talks, talking with Mickey Abraham and Chris Culp. Now, stand by, boys and girls. These two geniuses, musicians, producers, writers, performers, they're going to be bringing us something called Voices of Folk Opera that was written in collaboration with the beloved Catherine Bell Long. This is a multi-year project that has come to fruition. They're going to do a live performance of this entire folk opera coming up on the 18th. That's just a few days away. We're going to have a wonderful conversation with Mickey and with Chris, talking about all of the things that went into this. And of course, in the midst of it all comes this horrifying news that Catherine is afflicted and is going to be battling brain cancer. It finally ended with us losing this beautiful, beautiful person. In many ways, Greg, this production, it is a sort of reflection of her own life story. In fact, the main character is a character in this production. Her name is Belle. And so what you're going to find out is that there is this remarkable sort of intertwining of Catherine's own story and this particular production. It is a marvelous work. It is something that will move everybody with inspiration, with heartfelt thanks for these people who have brought us this. And of course, the celebration of this beautiful life, Catherine Bell Long, that we lost here now a few years ago. I've got also Lacey McMullen. This is a rising star. This guy has been wowing people from various chambers and associations and nonprofit organizations. He's on the boards of several of these prominent organizations doing one very simple thing, helping Tallahassee better discover who she is, what she's worth, and why she is here. That's Lacey McMullen. And we have some interesting news to announce. He has just been appointed as the Director of Development for Capstan Marketing. This is an ad agency, PR firm that is affiliated with our broadcast because it's one of those companies under the umbrella of Alcom Corporation, the company that helps bring you Tallahassee Talks every week. So Lacey is definitely coming on strong. He'll be in the show tomorrow morning sharing his thoughts about the recent spree of shootings going on in Tallahassee. It's an ongoing tragedy that brings too many people into the conversation with not a whole lot of answers. And so he's really going to dig in on that topic. Then I've got Joshua Rivers. Yeah, award-winning composer, producer, musician. Oh, my goodness. This guy, he will wow you with his latest upcoming album, due to be released here in a couple of months. What a remarkable story he will bring you about healing music that is intended to bring healing into our lives. And last but not least,
how could you pack in even more in just your 2-hour show that you can hear tomorrow? But wait, we're on an infomercial. But wait, there's more.
I'm sorry. I've got so much to do here, and you have very little time. I don't want to waste your time.
This is like going to be incredible because I'm going to Quincy in the morning, and this will give me tons to listen to.
Oh man, I'm telling you, brother, it is such a pleasure. And I was going to say, we're walking into now this season of the year when we remind everybody, hey, wait a minute, stay prepared for severe weather. Yeah, it's an attitude, not a season. So David Odom, heading up the CDA over there, your good buddy.
Yeah,
he's going to have some things to say about what CDA does, the Consolidated Dispatch Agency, to help us stay prepared 365. It's all happening bright and early tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock on Real Talk.
That is a jam-packed show. You got a lot of people on there. That's going to be...
I'm tired. I just need a break. I'm telling you, man.
I wish I remember who I was talking with this week about you. I can't remember anything from 2 days ago, but I can remember, what I did when I was 7 years old on this day.
That was probably maybe Chief Revel or my attorney. I don't know, maybe
one of the two. They both wanted to talk to me about something to get information. But no, I was talking to somebody about just the intimate atmosphere of the interviews that you have, and that how they just enjoyed themselves so much when they were over there, that with your studio, with the headquarters, that it's so welcoming when you come in, and he was talking about how you and Carl, that he just felt at ease with doing the interview. And goodness, I can't remember who it was.
Well, my brother, I appreciate the encouragement. Certainly, when we started this little experiment so many years ago, we were favored. We found this wonderful space. It fit the needs, and we wanted it to be like a second home because you spend so much time, right? And I remember President Barron walking in FSU then. Came in and he stood there and he said, "Man, this is like somebody's living room." And I laughed. I said, "Yeah, that's kind of how it's supposed to be." And it's turned out that way. I'll tell you this, Greg, just in keeping with your thought, when you hear what Mickey and I talk about in regard to Catherine Bell, man, I challenge the toughest among us to sit there and hear him talk without tears running down your face. It is such an intimate sharing of his heart. You know, he and Catherine were a life force together, and they did so much for this community, for one another. That is a conversation that you will definitely want to hold on to for some time.
Well, we can't wait to listen tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., right here on Real Talk 93.3. Brian Cerny and Tallahassee Talks. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, my brother.
You too, my brother. We love you all, and happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday. Be right back.
Somebody's hiding, it's drowning my eyes.
I'm Keith Gross, and I know that seniors built this country. They shouldn't be crushed by inflation after a lifetime of hard work.
Hey,
I'll fight to lower costs, protect Social Security, and bring common sense back to Washington. Paid for by Keith Gross for Florida.
Hey, no fans, our partner ISF Inc. is a national management and IT consulting firm located right here in Tallahassee, Florida, solving the future for state governments through strategy, process, and technology. As a trusted advisor for state governments, ISF knows the importance of defining a clear and detailed strategy. Our friends at ISF can help your organization create a strategy that sets you on a path to success. ISF, your vision plus our expertise brings your brilliant ideas to life. Visit ISF.com to learn more. ISF, solving the future.
Florida man, what'd you do to yourself this time?
Disney World. Me and Hank, my emotional sport alligator, we did it all.
Please tell me you weren't swimming in the Seven Seas Lagoon again.
Well, not this time. We rode the monorail to the Magic Kingdom, hit Space Mountain, crushed some turkey legs, and we washed it down with a couple of Dole Whips. And the best part, the Country Bear Jamboree.
Sounds like a great day so far. What happened?
Well, we're running late, and I'm sprinting to the front row of the show, and it starts, and the music's playing, and crowds are clapping. I got carried away. I got this bright idea. I'm going to stage dive to Hank. I jumped, Hank tried to catch me, and pop, my back went out midair.
Well, I'm glad you came, because Dr. Finn's going to get you fixed right up.
Well, next time we're sitting in the back row.
You don't have to do a Disney stage dive to get back pain, neck pain, headaches, or numbness in your arms and legs. Come see us at Fenn Chiropractic for exceptional care to help your body heal itself the right way. Book your appointment online today at fennchiro.com. That's FENNCHIRO.com.
Hey, everybody, it's Ed Dean along with Roger Henderson, also with FloridaDaily.com. Just want to remind you, daily 4 to 6 in the afternoons right here in Tallahassee on Real Talk 93.3 FM. Roger, it is literally the 2 fastest hours anywhere in afternoon talk radio.
And if you think the country's going crazy, we'll help you make sense of it all.
Oh, yeah, we'll try to make some sense of it. Again, Monday through Friday in the afternoons, Ed Dean, Roger Henderson on 93.3.
Hey, Jeff, what's up, buddy?
I was just thinking, they never tell you that when you grow up, one of the things that you'll miss are the games that you created with your friends in the neighborhood.
Oh, good days.
So I would have my buddy come over, and then we'd make up these games that were kind of like a hodgepodge of every game that you've ever played.
Kind of like the bikes we built.
Correct. Yes. And it's a grand experiment. In the beginning, nobody knows how to play the game, and you argue about what the rules are going to be. And in the end, everybody knows how to play the game. By the end of that summer, you know the rules, the neighborhood know the rules, and you play that game like it's the greatest game ever played.
But and they still try to break the rules, right?
Oh, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. But at the end, Eddie, you're never going to play it again, and you'll think about it the rest of your life.
And the best game you ever played was that game.
Never been a better one.
Hey, you want to have a Gordo Smash, Jeff?
I do.
I'd like that.
Gordo's, bringing the flavor and flair of Cuban food to Tallahassee since 1996.
Swing into fun at the golf club at Summerbrook. And now Summerbrook is even better. We've just added brand new golf carts. And we're excited to announce that pool membership season is here. Our luxurious and relaxing pool is ready for family days or just kicking back poolside with friends and your favorite beverage. Membership gives you access to the pool all season long. Visit the golf club at Summerbrook or call 894-4653. Online at theclubatsummerbrook.com.
Hey, this is for my homeowner friends out there. You know who you are. When you get your grass cut, you're going to inspect the work, make sure it's good. Get your house painted, check around every corner and edge, make sure that's done right. Get a new roof, get eyes on those shimmering new shingles. Get your septic tank cleaned. Bet you're not popping your head down in there to take a look around. You got to trust it's done right. I'll make it easy. Go see my friend Greg Miller, Miller Septic. They're my guys. I trust them, and you can too. MillerSeptic.com. That's it. That's the commercial. That's the whole thing. Check them out. It's MillerSeptic.com.
The Greg Tish Show is sponsored by
It's the Greg Tish Show on Real Talk 93.3. 850-386-8255. Welcome back to the Greg Tish Show.
Good morning, Tallahassee. Happy Friday. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. Joining me in studio, my good friend, Melissa. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Greg?
Good. Thank you for coming in last moment and helping out.
Well, thanks for inviting me. It's an honor, a privilege to be sitting in your chair.
Yeah, I get Jason's chair over here. Very exciting. And then you're all the way on the other side of the studio over there.
I know.
Good morning to your mom.
Well, yeah. Hi, Mom. Good morning. She was excited that, she's a listener. She listens every morning like I do. So she was excited that, I was on today or co-hosting. Well, am I Jason? Because I don't have
I'm
that
Jason.
Deep of, oh, okay.
You're me.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You get to be me. I am Jason today.
Okay.
Which has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I really like the playlist.
Oh yeah? You like today's playlist?
Oh yeah, you always have the best tunes. Love
good.
it. Love it.
Good.
Yeah.
So we've got later on Jay Revel's coming in. We're going to have a little Tallahassee history talk.
Okay.
And you're like, what are we talking about? And I was like, well, Jay and I are going to talk about the Wakulla volcano. And you said,
what is that?
Exactly.
I didn't know.
And that's all I said. I just pointed at you and went, exactly.
Yeah.
You will learn about the Wakulla volcano.
Good.
Because we had an earthquake this week.
Yes. Did you feel it?
No, I didn't. Did you?
I did. I was at the studio and I did feel it. And of course it was breaking news. So it was like, it was kind of exciting. Well, thankfully it was no harm done, but yeah.
I tried to do the math and I was like, all right, this just happened then. I was in my car, so I didn't feel it. I know that so many people did, but as I said, I didn't have that on my bingo card. Then Jason says, too many people say, have this on your bingo card too much.
Bingo card. That's funny.
But it was a weird thing. But yeah, the Wakulla volcano, the myth or the actual Wakulla volcano.
I can't wait to hear about it.
Jay Revel will come in and teach you all about that.
Yeah.
All about that.
Good.
So we're going to do some Garnet and Gold trivia.
Okay.
Right now. We can win a $25 gift card to Garnet and Gold.
Okay.
And what I want somebody to do, because Jason going out, I'm just going to blame Jason on everything today.
Yeah, we can. Is he listening? Do you think he's listening?
No, he's asleep.
Okay.
They were at a Chris Stapleton concert last night.
Oh, fun.
So
I've seen him in concert.
They're probably in Jacksonville, so they're probably tired.
Oh, okay, good. Then we can talk about him. Shh, don't tell anybody.
So I was like, well, he can listen because it's being recorded, but I didn't hit record.
Oh, yeah.
So
well,
now I did. So now we can talk about him.
Have you heard Chris Stapleton in concert?
No, I don't go to a lot of concerts.
Oh, he's great.
No.
I heard him.
Yeah. I'm just not a big concert. I've never been a big concert person.
Yeah.
Don't know why.
But you love music, and I
used to love music.
Yeah. Well, you're just good with music.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, I don't think he's awake. Yeah, they're going over and having a great time this weekend, and then they're going to be in St. Augustine. and with all the fake history that's over there. A lot of real history over there.
Yeah.
But it's become such a touristy spot through the years that everybody, when they go walk through that little shopping village, wow, this is from like the 1600s. No, that's from the 1970s.
Yeah.
Made to look like it's old. And how like the entrance to the city, when you get in, there's a beautiful gates and everything. That was the exit back in the day. That's like, hey, you leave these gates, you ain't protected. But now it's like the welcome in.
Yeah.
But it used to be the exit.
Yeah. Do you remember? I know you grew up in Florida like me, and we used to go on field trips all the time. Yeah. It was like a fun thing.
Oh, yeah. I loved, going to St. Augustine was a lot of fun with the field trips, going to the Fountain of Youth, which apparently doesn't work. And going through all that fun touristy, it's just a different kind of touristy over there. It's a historic touristy.
Yes.
As when you get down Central Florida, that's all touristy.
Right. Like where I grew up, Orlando.
Yeah. Yeah. Lots of
Disney.
Yeah.
Yes. The happiest place on earth.
Well, Disney, that originally that Disney had wanted, he was looking at Wakulla.
I did not know
put the park up there.
Really?
And Edwin Ball, the owner at the time of Wakulla Springs and the lodge there, said, Walt Disney would like to talk to you about possibly purchasing the land around here and building a theme park. And Edward Ball said, I don't deal with carny folk. Thank God he said that.
Yeah.
I mean, we would have ruined the springs. We would have that whole environmental disaster that would have happened with the Magic Kingdom. Yeah. This whole entire region would be different.
True. It did change Central Florida quite a bit when they came in there, because I was actually born the year Disney opened.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they opened in 84, 85?
Yeah, right.
Is that around there?
Yeah.
So, but how many, were you tired of like when you, from being from that area, like whenever somebody came into town, had to go to Disney?
Oh, yeah. Yes. But of course, my family's business was centered around the tourism industry, and they were our one of our clients. So I don't know. It's just a way of life for us. And, we embraced it, So, and yes, we were always at Disney because everyone that came to visit, we had to take them, everywhere.
Well, what about now? When was the last time you were down in Disney?
I was there a few years ago, but went all the time. It's almost like I know the park, all the parks, frontwards, backwards, and, in between, and all the hotels and things like that. But that's because they were a client. And it's fun. It's always fun. I still love it. We should go sometime.
I haven't been in years, but I know that you have to go with somebody that knows their way around. You have to have the fast passes, and you have to have the VIP fast passes. Then you have to have the passes that are faster than all the other passes.
Yeah.
And then you have to make your appointments. It just seems like a lot of work when before I just remember as a kid, you just walked in, and if there was a long line there, you went and looked for a smaller line somewhere else.
Yeah. But, you kind of learn, you go to this part first and this part, and you kind of know the park so well, but we should go. That would be really fun. I haven't been. I think I used to take my son all the time, but I think it's even fun as an adult.
Yeah, I haven't been as an adult. I know that so many of my friends, they go all the time. They have the annual passes, they have the license plates, they have just this all that stuff. But what's your favorite hotel?
My favorite hotel, we serviced all of them growing up, but I would say probably the Grand Floridian.
Grand Floridian?
Yeah, that's my favorite.
I remember when that was open. That was just so cool.
It is.
It's Contemporary's mine.
Oh, I like the Contemporary.
Yeah. That's where we always stayed when we would go on vacation.
I do like it. They have the best character breakfast. That was always like the best one. Did you ever go to the character breakfast?
That didn't exist.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
That's
we had
fun.
We had the parade out in the water.
Yeah.
When the Main Street Electrical Parade would go, then we would have be able to watch that out in the water instead of being on Main Street.
I like the Wilderness Lodge too. That's a fun one. And, it's kind of cool. They're all so nice. I mean, this just depends on what flavor you want. There's something for everybody. So we would switch it up, go to different ones, and, it's always a fun experience. But I'm going to make a plan for us to go.
Okay.
Seriously.
Let's get a big group.
Yeah,
Head
definitely.
Down.
That would be fun.
It'd be a lot of fun because ever since Universal opened, I became a Universal guy.
Okay.
And I like going down to Universal. But again, I haven't been to Universal in years and years.
Yeah, I haven't either. It's been a while.
The only time I go to Orlando now is just to pick up or drop off somebody at the airport.
Oh, yeah.
And then that's when we're on our way down to the Keys or something.
Yeah. For me, it's like a convention or something, or I was there last at a tourism convention. Yeah, at the
Over on iDrive.
Yes.
At the end of iDrive.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
There was a sushi place in iDrive, and I can't remember the name of it. Japanese restaurant, and they had a koi pond and everything. So you'd go and feed the fish.
Oh, nice.
They were all out there. It was really cool, but I can't remember the name of it. But
Yeah.
every time I went to Orlando, I had to go there and go. You walked in, the bar was right ahead, and sat at the sushi / liquor bar, and then get all this stuff. But I can't. I'm sure it's not open.
Yeah.
I'm sure because everything there just changes and changes.
Yeah, everything does. It's very fluid.
Except for the guy that has the $8 gas prices.
Oh, which one?
He's right there in iDrive. It's like his gas prices are outrageous.
Yeah.
And it's like everybody, oh, look at the gas prices. No, it's that same guy right there that always does that.
Yeah. I
It's
know.
very interesting.
It's a unique place to, live and grow up, and I enjoyed it.
Good.
So
Good. Well, I didn't even look at the phone, so I don't know.
I know.
I think I ignored all
Are
the
we getting
phones.
calls? Are we getting calls today for trivia when we start trivia?
Oh, I think I saw the phone.
Listen, Listen to you.
How do you like that?
Listen to that.
Be right back. Melissa joining me in the morning. Greg Tish Show. Be right back.
News now. A Honduran man was sentenced in connection to child exploitation crimes in Tallahassee. Israel Portillo was found guilty of attempting to entice a minor in unlawful sexual activity and traveling with the intent to engage in illicit sexual conduct. Portillo was arrested as part of the Operation Rabbit Hole, an undercover operation conducted by multiple law enforcement agencies in April 2025. Trial testimony revealed that Portillo began interacting with an undercover law enforcement officer who was posing as a 14-year-old on a dating website. Over a 2-week period, Portillo had sexually explicit conversations and arranged to travel from his home in Alabama to Tallahassee to meet the child for sex, where he was ultimately arrested. Portillo was sentenced to 121 months in prison, followed by 5 years of supervised release. The U.S. Attorney's Office identified Portillo as an illegal immigrant. Following his federal prison sentence, he will be held for deportation proceedings. This is Rachel Anay with your Real Talk 93.3 Local News Update. Brought to you by Macklemore Systems, Tallahassee's go-to Mac store. Check them out online at MacklemoreSystems.com.
This is meteorologist Paul Trombley with your Real Talk 93.3 weather update. Slight chance of thunderstorms today. Otherwise, mainly sunny skies. High temperatures reach up to 95. Winds out of the west around 5 miles per hour. Lows level off around 76. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Lots of sunshine tomorrow. Chance of thunderstorms. High temperatures reach up to 96. This report is brought to you by The Lawn Johns. For all your landscaping and lawn care needs, visit thelawnjohns.com. Currently 76.
Injured? Call attorneys who care. Facing Brooks. Offices, Tallahassee.
Pay-per-view fights can ring up big bills, especially since in the Octagon there is one every few weeks. That's why the Seventh Hill Tap Room right downstairs from Corner Pocket Bar and Grill carries every single fight. Plus, unlike most pay-per-view bars, there's no cover charge. And drink specials too, like $3 select domestic beers and more. And if you enjoy international soccer, Seventh Hill opens early. $2 mimosas on Sundays, anyone? The Seventh Hill Tap Room, 2475 Appalachie Parkway, just downstairs from Corner Pocket Bar and Grill.
At Epps Decorating Center, we're your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer. We're your store for quality with brilliant and durable paints in a variety of sheens and thousands of colors. We're your store for service with one-on-one advice for contractors and homeowners. We're your local experts, and we're here to help with all your painting projects. Benjamin Moore, available at Epps Decorating Center with 2 locations in Tallahassee. Find a store near you and visit EppsDecorating.com. That's EppsDecorating.com.
When I get home from work, I'm ready to relax. So I call Swain Pools and Spas to put my pool in the back. I call Swain Pools and Spas. Now I'm soaking up the fun when I want to.
In Tallahassee, when it comes to pool repairs and renovations, nobody does it better than Swain, and they've been doing it for over 46 years. Turn your worn, outdated, or neglected pool into something you're proud of again. Whether your pool needs resurfacing, tile repairs or replacement, equipment upgrades, or even a full makeover, nobody does it better than Swain Pools and Spas. Trusted for quality, reliability, and service, visit Swain Pools today under the huge sign on Tharp Street or at swainpools.com.
too. Sprinkles and spots.
Honey, what are these mushrooms in our yard? Portobello?
Huh. Let me take a look. Oh,
Shiitake.
I don't know, but our septic system is failing, and our whole yard smells like.
Should we try to cook these up and eat them tonight?
This is bad, Sheila.
Well, we better fix it soon, or we're going to be in deep.
Sheila, look, it's Crud Septic. Our prayers are answered.
Call Crud Septic Service today. Pump outs, installs, repairs. CrudSeptic.com. That's CrudSeptic.com.
The Greg Tish Show is sponsored by Kraft, Nissan, and Infinity of Tallahassee. Find your next new car at a locally owned Kraft Brothers dealership. Visit InfinityofTallahassee.com.
Every child deserves a chance to live their best life and celebrate every moment. When you support St. Jude, you help give kids with cancer around the world that chance. Together, we can save more lives. Finding cures, saving children. Visit stjude.org.
Broadcasting live from the Grassroots Coffee Studios, this is the Greg Tish Show on Real Talk 93.3, Tallahassee's morning show.
Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a fantastic Friday. I love this song.
Good jam.
Good jam. My Alyssa, and joining me. You excited for the World Cup? Are you a sports fan?
Oh my goodness, I'm a sports nut. Yes, I like all sports. I've watched all sports. I love it. Love it.
The World Cup with South Korea taking out the Czech Republic last night 2-1, and then Mexico winning 2-0 yesterday over Iceland, I believe. And I like watching the highlights.
Yes.
And watching the Mexican the first goal. And it came really quick, and it came from a mistake from the offense, and they were able to get the ball and go in and score. And what I love about it is just hearing that stadium explode.
Yeah.
Because they got excited because he stole the ball, and then deep into on the other side of the field of the pitch, and kicked it in, and the place just erupted.
Yeah.
And then when they got their second goal, which was brilliant also, but even with watching the South Korean game like down there, but now today it all kicks in the United States, and what I'm really enjoying, and we talked about the guy from Germany that's going viral for his journey across America. There's so many other folks that have come in from other countries that are documenting their first time in America.
Yeah.
And it's so fun to watch.
I know. I love that it's here in the States. And there's such zealous fans. I mean, they're so fun to watch, and it's going to be exciting. Are you going to try and go to a game? Are you in Atlanta or Miami?
No.
I thought about it.
No, I've got my good friends that they had put in for the lottery for tickets in Miami, and they also put in for their country then for their game in Mexico City. And so the wife put in for the Miami lottery. The husband put in for tickets for the Mexico City lottery. And that the husband was telling me the other day, because they ended up getting Mexico City tickets.
Okay.
And so they're flying out tomorrow to head over to Mexico City, the family, to go watch, I think, Colombia play.
Fun.
And so they said if they had gotten the Miami tickets, they would have sold them. Or that's what the husband says.
Yeah.
Because the prices are outrageous.
I'm telling you.
Absolutely
really
outrageous.
Is.
So that's like winning those tickets. How many people are just going to flip them?
Right.
Yeah, I would.
I don't know. I think I'd like the experience. It's probably priceless.
If it was a knockout round, I would think twice on it.
I don't know. I just like sports. Like it's like you have a bucket list.
Do I? No,
no you don't. Okay. Well, on my bucket list, it's all sporting events. Like I just like sports. It's a good story. I'd love to be a sports reporter.
Okay.
Yeah. Would you ever want to do that?
No, we got no, let Jeff Cameron and all them handle that. They do a good job.
Well, they do.
I mean, they used to go on the sidelines at Florida State all the time to cover all that stuff. But sports, huh?
I've been on the sideline and interviewed. It's always fun to interview. Like, we were at the Heisman event, remember, at Kraft Nissan?
Oh, yeah, yep.
Hashtag,
yep.
They are a sponsor. Can you tell I watched the show?
Yeah.
So that was really fun, wasn't it, that day? And then interviewing all the legends of FSU. That was fun. I love doing that. It's a thrill.
Get into it.
Well, you never know.
Yeah.
It's never too late, right?
I know with NHL, that the Stanley Cup finals are taking place.
Yes.
Carolina is one game away from winning Lord Stanley's Cup.
I know.
But they're heading back to Vegas to play the final games there.
Yes.
But they're crazy for hockey up in Raleigh, man.
Mm-hmm.
That the old Hartford Whalers, when they moved down, I was like, but have you been to Raleigh?
North Carolina?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Their downtown
Mm-hmm.
is fantastic.
It's very nice.
I wish that was something that we could do here.
Yeah.
It is so cool.
I know. We don't have hockey.
We're trying.
I know.
We're working on bringing it back.
I know that.
We're working on bringing it back.
You keep everyone informed.
Well, yeah, we're trying. And
Yes.
there's something new that has come about, and we are really looking forward to announcing that soon. Can't yet.
Yeah. Well, that's why everyone should listen to the Greg Tish Show. Right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But with that going on, the NBA finals going on, with the NBA, with the Knicks coming back from 29 points down,
Yeah.
the largest comeback in NBA finals history.
Were you watching? Because
No,
I know you go to bed early. I know. I was. It was awesome.
Oh, you did watch?
I
yeah,
did.
I did not.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm up late and up early. So
Well, that's even like with the U.S. I think they play at 9:00 tonight. I'm like,
yeah.
that's really.
You should take a nap and then just set an alarm and get up and watch it. Well, you don't do the show tomorrow?
No.
Saturday? I
No.
know. I know.
I
See,
might.
you could watch tonight.
And there's so many places to go and watch.
I know.
also.
Where are you going to be watching some of the World Cup, by the way, in town? Like there's lots of places.
No, I ain't going anywhere.
You're not?
No.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm just gonna sit around. Like Canada plays at 3 today.
Yeah.
In the U.S. and Paraguay at 9,
Mhm.
and then tomorrow Qatar and Switzerland. Let's see, what time do they start? That's the 3:00, and then 6:00 Brazil and Morocco,
Mm-hmm.
and then Haiti and Scotland tomorrow at 9. And then I know that on Sunday that they kick off at noon with Australia and Turkey,
Mhm.
and then Germany and Caracas. Caracas, they start at 1, so they'll have that, and we'll have that up on the screens for the bowling event that we have.
Yes.
at FSU Billiards and Bowl.
I'm going to try and come to that.
Come on out. We would love to
Yeah.
have everybody out. I got all the pool players yesterday.
Did you?
I don't know how many are going to show up, but I got it out in the pool community, not in the billiards community anymore. I used to play every single day of my life,
Mhm.
but I don't play anymore. And got the word out to the pool players, and they're asking all these questions. I was
Mhm.
like, just show up, bring $25. It's a double elimination tournament.
Yeah.
Everything will be taken. Well, what about this? What about this? I don't know.
Just show
Just
up.
come on.
Yeah.
And if you can't make it, give $25 Children's Home Society.
Right. Great
So
call.
today I got all the bowling guys and gals.
Mhm.
Now I got all the pool guys and gals.
Now
Now I
you
need
the
the
golf.
golfers.
I'll
to
do
come
that.
out, and then golf simulation.
I love golf.
So the golf simulation is that Jason Forbes over at FSU Bowling and Billiards,
Mhm.
he's going to set up a closest to the pin tournament.
Okay.
So you'll go up and you may have 10 shots and the other person has 10 shots,
Mhm.
and it'll calculate who has the closest to the pin.
Okay.
And then that
And what does the
person-
winner get? We have prizes? Yeah.
prizes.
You get, yeah.
Yeah, I'll get. Yeah, we have gift cards, and then I'm going to work on some stuff when I leave here this afternoon.
Queen Mama will provide some prizes.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, I was going to do a shout out on social media to all my kids to show up.
There you go.
Yeah.
Would love for them all
I
to
would
show
love,
up.
yes, all the Greek and everybody come join Greg at the Union. It'll
I
be
want so
fun.
many people to be there that I can't participate in any of the events.
Yeah, but you're really good at bowling, right?
No. I just have my own ball. I'm
I
learning.
know.
I'm
You
learning.
got your own ball. I would say you're probably a bowler if you have your own ball.
No,
right?
I'm learning.
Okay.
I'm learning. So, and that's what then they're helping me down there at FSU to
Mhm.
be a better bowler, and they're teaching me a lot of things. But again, it's just like being on this side with Jason. There's 40 different things that have to go through your mind all at once
I know.
with bowling, and you have to do, just like Jason, everything exactly right every single time. If you miss one step, screws it all up.
Well, it's like golf.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's like you have
Well,
to
I
do
guess like
everything
every
right.
sport.
I
mean,
know.
Baseball, you can adjust. Golf, you can adjust.
Mm-hmm.
That so much stuff, but with bowling, yeah, just the difficulty of it.
Yeah.
But I met a kid on Sunday, a friend of mine's son,
Mhm.
and he bowls for Lincoln, I believe.
Okay.
And this kid is really good, and he'll be there Sunday.
Oh,
he's
good.
really good. And he's like, yeah, I just started 7 months ago.
Wow.
And I watch him bowl like 8 strikes in a row.
Mm.
Now, one of the things we are going to do, I'm going to take our sticker bowl that we have out there. We have a fish bowl full of Jason Taylor stickers, Real Talk stickers, Greg
Okay.
Tish Show stickers.
Mhm.
And every time you get a strike,
Mhm.
you get a sticker.
Nice.
And whoever has the most stickers at the end of the games, they'll get a special prize.
Did they have bowling when you were in high school? I didn't at my high school.
No.
That's
Bowling in high school,
cool.
I think, just started in the last 5 years.
Oh, I love that though. I
But-
think that's great.
Oh, I think it's fantastic too,
Yeah.
having all these kids out there. And I think that most of the high schools have their own bowling team.
Wow. Did you play? What did you play in high school? What sports?
Bowled.
You bowled?
Well, no. Just
I
whatever.
bet baseball because you're a big
yeah.
baseball fan.
Yeah, I love baseball. My neighborhood, the school, just you played whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody was always happy to play everything. That was the best part.
Yes, we were always outside, playing
Mhm.
and athletics. So I mean, I played sports too, and I actually used to come up here for camps in the summer.
Well,
At
you like a
FSU.
squash, lacrosse? You seem like a lacrosse girl.
No, we didn't have lacrosse at my
Okay.
school growing up. I was a gymnast and a cheerleader. I ran track and did the high jump, hurdles.
Did the
cross
high
country.
jump?
I did, yes, because I was wanting to keep my jumping muscles up. But
Nice.
Yeah, it was fun. I liked all sports. Yeah.
Awesome. We will continue. You're listening to an abridged edition of the Greg Tish Show with my Melissa joining me. Be right back.
Breaking my back just to know your name. 17 tracks and I've had it with this game.
Hi, this is Gary Parsons with Cafe de Martin. We've introduced the wonder of Pisco to Tallahassee. Pisco is the liquor of Peru. It's distilled like bourbon, but it's made with grapes. So you get your fruit serving in too. Come see us at Cafe de Martin, open Tuesday through Sunday with live music on the weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Online at cafedemartin.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram for other special events.
Hey man, have you heard the sound? The Talford Jewelry's the best in town. For rings, diamonds, earrings, bracelets, and more. Then Talford Jewelry Store.
June's birthstone is pearl, so all month long you can get 40% off all pearl items only at Pentalpha Jewelry. Find the perfect gift for any occasion or treat yourself from our exquisite collection that has something for everyone. Don't miss this limited time offer to add elegance to your style. And come see us today on Appalachia Parkway, where we've always been. Now, sing along with me, and we'll see you at Pentalpha.
Pentalpha Jewelry, Pentalpha Jewelry, Pentalpha Jewelry, all the real nice guys.
Ready to ride the low payment wave? Hello Credit Union is making a splash with auto refinance rates as low as 3.49% APR. If you're making payments on a car loan somewhere else, now's the perfect time to see how much you could save. And here's the best part. We guarantee to lower your monthly payment by at least $50 or we'll give you $50 if we don't. Lower payments and more money in your pocket. That's the sunny side of money. Catch the refinance wave today at hellocu.com.
Credit standards and restrictions apply. Visit hellocu.com for details.
It's where you raise your kids, where friends become family, where every corner has a story worth telling. It's your neighborhood. At ABC 27, we share those stories, bringing you news that connects communities, builds pride, and reminds us we're part of something bigger. We are ABC 27, in your neighborhood.
I'm Keith Gross. I served in the Army National Guard, built businesses, and now I'm stepping up to serve North Florida in Congress. I'll fight for secure borders, lower costs, and America First values every single day. Paid for by Keith Gross for Florida.
The next 15 seconds can help you save money. If a room isn't being used in your house, close the curtains and blinds to help the house stay cooler. Less heat getting in means less stress on your AC system. Choose E&B Heating and Air. We sell the best and fix the rest, or it's free.
This is G. Deckeroff. In 1979, my friend Guy Moore opened his first store.
Over 45 years later, Garnet and Gold is still providing the Seminole Nation with unique ways to show their spirit. As the last locally owned FSU merchandise source in Tallahassee, we're proud to be a part of the Florida State experience and this community. If you're a Seminole like me, this is your store. Garnet and Gold. Go Knowles.
The Greg Tish Show is sponsored by Kraft, Nissan, and Infinity of Tallahassee. Find your next new car at a locally owned Kraft Brothers dealership. Visit infinityoftallahassie.com.
This is Brian Kilmeade, and I'm excited to be on the air in the capital city. Be sure to tune into my show. I'll be giving you all the latest news, information, and the truth you demand. The Brian Kilmeade Show is live from 9 till noon, right here on Real Talk 93.3.
This is Tallahassee's only locally owned and operated radio.
Coffee Studios, it's Tallahassee's morning show, The Greg Tish Show, on Real Talk 93.3.
Welcome back, everybody. Special abridged edition of the Greg Tish Show. Melissa in joining me. Thank you again for coming in this morning.
Of course. It's my pleasure. I'm actually sitting in your chair.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like so honored.
All the lights all around you.
I know. Well, I'm used to that from the studio, but I'm not usually in your chair. So thank you.
You were
Mr. Greg Tish.
Very, very welcome. Jay Revel at 8:30, Tallahassee history. Actually, Tallahassee area history is this morning. We'll be going over the Wakulla volcano. Also, Thomas and Terry will be coming in. In about 10 minutes. They have Free Talk Friday where we'll let them just talk about what they want. Thomas being on the Democratic side, Terry being on the Republican side. You can stay in with them if you want.
Yeah, because guess what? You know who my favorite is. And you know who I'm going to say.
Dana.
Oh my goodness. I love it when she's here. Now I can sit in, but I am no Dana Brooks. I strive to be maybe one of these days, but I don't think I could ever. But she's awesome. I love her. I love her. She's awesome.
She had already texted this morning. She was like, "Is it a repeat?" And because I didn't know what Jason did for the first hour for the best of, and then he put on Tuesday with Dana and Terry talking.
Yeah, I love it.
And then she goes, "Terry said it's a repeat. Is that true?" I was like, "Yeah, it's you."
Mm-hmm. She's great.
Yeah, she's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
So, okay, I'll sit in then.
Okay.
And just observe.
You may want to step out.
I know.
Just let them go.
Yeah.
That's always fun to get them going. But yeah, with Jay Revel, that we're going to talk about the Wakulla volcano.
I can't wait. And
how it's been searched for years and years and years. Terry's probably heard of it. I don't know if Thomas has, but I can guarantee you that Terry's heard of it.
Mm-hmm.
So this weekend, is there much going on this weekend? I know I have my bowling tournament on Sunday. I know there's a pool tournament tomorrow at Zengali's. I think that's at noon. I could be wrong with that. But I'm trying to think if there's anything. I mean, Tomato Fest was last week.
Yes, it was.
Which
it's been busy lately. There's been stuff going on, a lot of things going on. But this weekend, what are you doing this weekend?
Nothing.
What are your plans? Nothing?
I mean, I have the tournament on Sunday.
Yeah.
But tomorrow, just go over to Quincy and just have fun with that. Let's see. This weekend, looking at Limelight, there is Capital Chordsman. Go back to the 60s. Capital Chordsman 60th anniversary show celebrates a Back to the 60s themed concert with two shows, 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. at the Turner Auditorium over at Tallahassee State College. The Chordsman's 2026 annual show will be a family-friendly event of live barbershop harmony and classics. 60s Hits as a group celebrates its 60th anniversary. Musical journey goes back to the days of Cars, Teen Angels, and Surfin', with the great music performed by the chorus and quartets, also featuring a guest quartet, the Right on Q. Right on Q.
That's
with
cute.
just the letter Q, not Q-U-E.
Oh, okay.
Right on Q for quartet.
Mhm.
The Right on Q. That's cute.
That is cute.
That's cute. General admission, $15, $5 for students and children. And you can go to capitalchordsman.com/tickets. Okay. Yeah, it seems like a slower weekend.
Mm-hmm. It is for me a little bit, which is nice. I'm gonna work in my garden a little bit.
What is okay?
Yeah.
You open this up. What is in your garden?
Oh goodness. Well, thanks to Esposito's, my buddy Ralph, hashtag not a sponsor, right? Okay. I have tomatoes, a bunch of different breeds of tomatoes. I have.
How far are they along?
They'll come in probably. I have a bunch of tomatoes on there already. Like they exploded a couple weeks ago. They're
Once
so
they got
green.
the rain.
Yeah. Well, they usually come in end of June, mid July, and I'll bring you some. They're so good. So I do a different breeds of tomatoes, and then I have eggplant, cucumbers, okra, bell peppers.
Wow.
Yeah, squash, and I have a whole herbs, everything. I love it. I really could. I could live like on a farm and garden. I would love that.
Yeah, garden and a farm. That's apples and oranges. Yeah, I have a little garden that didn't plant this year and made new space for it and everything. And it's just what I've been growing in there is just weeds right now because I put up all the stones and I got working on other projects, which is so easy to do.
Yes.
But just having that garden and my neighbor that he has a good sized garden because every year he puts out a little plastic table and then puts all the excess out there. And so the neighbors can just stop and pick what they want. And I think that's nice. I wish that's wonderful. And I wish more people would do that. There you go. We can't eat this.
Yeah. I just give it to my friends and things. But I didn't even know I had a green thumb until like a few years ago. I just thought, you know what? I'm gonna try this. I wonder if I could grow veggies. So I kind of studied up on it a little bit and talked to Ralph a little bit about it. And I started growing a garden and I just can grow anything. It's the craziest stuff. And it's very rewarding. Like when you see it, you plant it, then you see it all start to grow. And to me, it's exciting.
There's a tomato sandwich that you have gone up to the store and you have purchased all your ingredients for the tomato sandwich. Then there's the tomato sandwich where you have made the bread and you have grown the tomato that hits different.
Yeah.
That hits so much. It's so much better.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I like to cook. I don't make bread, but my mother does. She made some yesterday.
Your mom makes bread? What kind?
She does. She makes homemade bread. Anything. She can make anything.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. We had a bakery for years, a gourmet pastry.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I remember when we had her on.
Yes. She did the predictions, the FSU predictions. That was really funny.
That's one thing. Somebody gave me a bread maker.
Do you make bread?
No.
Yeah, I don't either.
No.
Maybe we should. We cook together.
No.
Yeah. Okay, you're gonna grill.
I'll grill, but I don't need to make the bread. There's so many great bakeries that are around town.
Yes, true.
You can just go run to one of those. Or if I hear that somebody's in Tampa, I'll just say run by La Segunda and bring some bread back for there. But my favorite, like the Cuban rolls from there, but in town, like the hoagie rolls from Tasty Pastry.
Yes, those are good.
Oh, so good.
We should do like a food tasting around town, you and I, like all the fun, good places and like highlight them. Wouldn't that be fun?
We got to invite Jason or he'd be, oh, he didn't invite me to go out to this thing with y'all. And that's right around the corner from my house.
That's a good Jason impression. But he's not listening. And we're not going to talk about him either. Shh. No one tell him we're talking about Jason.
Yeah, that's good because we used to do that. I did that with Matt all the time. I would just send Matt out and just have him eat everything.
Yeah, it's fun though. And there's so many places to try and like talk about or they're special. And, it's hard. Restaurants sometimes have a hard time, staying, in business here. But then we have our staples. But that would be a fun thing.
Because we haven't done anything in a year. The Facebook memories this morning reminded me that a year ago is when we started. We put it out there. We're looking for a new producer that. We put the ad out there and that I haven't done any food stuff.
Oh, we should do that. Greg, Tish, and Queen Mama. Taste in Tallahassee.
Go. I'm down.
Yeah, me too. Down. Okay, I'm gonna make that happen.
Well, Jason and I, one of the things we talked about the other day, I think it would be a lot of fun. We want to do a bacon taste test. Go to a restaurant and then take a bunch of different styles of bacon because I'd ask on Facebook a couple of weeks ago, what's your favorite bacon? Because my favorite bacon,
I remember, I was listening,
is BOGO.
Oh yeah,
and
right.
Then up at Social Kitchen, that they have this Newski's bacon, which I still haven't tried, and
I haven't tried
everybody's just dying about that. And my mom, she was listening. She's like, "Oh, here's our favorite bacon," and so now I have all these different bacons. So because I never paid attention.
Yeah.
Never paid attention. As a matter of fact, one down at the River House, when I would go to the Dollar General, because they would have like messed up bacon is what they sold me. They would have like, if the bacon didn't come out all perfectly packaged, they didn't just get rid of that stuff. They put it in another package and sold it cheaper.
Okay.
So you could buy bacon almost like not bits, but just pieces that were all miscut.
It's like the scratch and dent of bacon.
Yep.
Cool.
All right,
Did you like it?
Be right back. We totally ran over.
Oh, sorry.
That's my fault. Be right back.
T-SparkConstruction.com. We conquer all peaks. We fix those darn leaks. Call 850-766-134. T-Spark Enterprises. Roofing and construction services. T-Spark. T-SparkConstruction.com.
License number CCC 1331204.
Pinch a Penny Pools has 12,000 square feet of hot tubs, over 20,000 gallons of tub capacity to choose from. That's 4,620,000 cubic inches of hot tubs. But if you don't want to take my word for it, check them out yourself. Pinch a Penny Pools and Spas, locally owned, and the easiest way to find relaxation at home.
Stay tuned for more of the Greg Tish Show live from the Grassroots Coffee Studios after this Town Hall news break on Real Talk 93.3 WVFT, Gretna, Tallahassee.
Hey everybody, this is Steve Stewart, inviting you to join me every Tuesday and Thursday from noon until 1 p.m. for the Steve Stewart Show right here on Real Talk 93.3.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. From the Midwest to the Mid-Atlantic and the Northeast, violent storms have roared across a vast area, with the Midwest especially hard hit.
Aerial footage shows huge trees on top of crushed vehicles and window panes blown from tall buildings. At least 3 tornadoes ripped through communities near Chicago Thursday. Police warned residents to take cover in Maryville, Indiana, about 33 miles southeast of Chicago. When it was over, trees and power lines blocked streets. Homes were damaged and the roof of part of a high school was ripped off. In Streator, Illinois, local TV news shows a husband and wife trapped in the rubble of their home being rescued by police. The mayor says they're just grateful there have been no reported deaths. I'm Donna Warder.
Forecasters warn of the possibility of more strong to severe storms later today. President Trump raising hopes for a speedy end to the standoff with Iran. Mr. Trump addressing a tele rally last night saying that a deal with Iran is close at hand.
I don't know if you heard, but we ended the war with Iran today, and they have agreed never to have a nuclear weapon, something that we insisted on. That was the whole purpose. That was 95% of it, and they've done it in the most powerful way you can do it.
Skeptics note the president has made similar remarks before, saying they'll believe it when they see it, and questioning whether Iran can be trusted to honor whatever deal is made. They will not be cutting the ribbon today for the new Gordie Howe International Bridge spanning the Detroit River, after all. The Windsor-Detroit Bridge Authority says unresolved issues forcing postponement of today's planned ceremony. There's no word yet on when the U.S.-Canada span will be open. On Wall Street, the Dow futures up 375 points. NASDAQ futures 180 points higher ahead of this morning's opening bell. More on these stories at townhall.com.
When you're vacationing in your RV, there are some things you can always count on. Laying out on a hammock, waking up to birds chirping, and board games with the family.
What? It's not cheating.
Frank, you're scaring the kids.
Oh, come on, guys. We're having fun. It's family time.
With Progressive, your RV is protected 24/7, so you're prepared for whatever you don't see coming.
Technically, it's a loophole.
It's a children's board game. You're a grown man, Frank.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in D.C.
Veterans and active duty service members. When your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Your sports action update on Real Talk 93.3 with all the latest odds from Vegas.
Georgia Bulldogs plus 105 against the Texas Longhorns minus 135 of the College World Series at Omaha, Nebraska tomorrow. Atlanta Braves today at the Mets laying $1.20. Mets plus 100. Shane McClanahan 6-3, 2.85 earned run average on the mound for the Tampa Bay Rays. $1.75 road favorite of the Angels plus 144. 8.5 over the total in Los Angeles today. NASCAR this week, the Great American Getaway 400 at Pocono. Danny Hamlin, the plus 275 favorite, while Justin Allgaier is a plus 350 favorite to win the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series race at Pocono tomorrow. Score $500 in rewards at the G-Bank First Bet VSiN Trifecta. Details at vsin.com/GBank. For more sports betting news and information, go to vsin.com. Mike Sennett, Real Talk 93.3.
Hi, it's Zoe, personal stylist at Macy's. If you're like, what am I wearing on this trip? To this wedding? To brunch? Your timing's perfect. Our best brands are all 30% off. I'll pull some great pieces that are made for you, so you'll show up confident, looking amazing. Plus, 15 off designer beauty and fragrance. Sign up for Star Rewards and earn even faster at Macy's Friends and Family. Going on now. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was going to unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell.
Do you have spring fever? Your only prescription is the Lawn Johns. Hi, it's Mark from the Lawn Johns. We can make your landscape more appealing by providing you with award-winning lawn care. With 4 levels of service, the Lawn Johns offers you more choices than the rest. More flowers, more mulch, or more pine straw all means that your home or office will be more beautiful than ever. So if you've got spring fever, go to thelawnjohns.com or just look for our big purple truck.
I gotta have more cowbell.
For nearly 100 years, folks have trusted Blue Star medicated ointment to relieve the pain and itching of almost any skin irritation.
It works on my son's dry itching feet and their jock itch.
I had this rash on my neck. Nothing worked until Blue Star.
Blue Star worked great on my ringworm without steroids.
My wife and I have been using Blue Star for years. Look for the white box with the Blue Star in the first aid section. Blue Star works fast. Or your money back.
Right here.
Hi, how are you? I'm good to see Melissa.
Hey, Thomas.
Nice to meet you, Thomas. I'm just sitting in. I'm no Dana Brooks. I'm just going to listen. If you don't mind.
Oh, yeah.
I won't interject.
Come on. She started telling me he's looking for an attorney that'll run his mouth. I said,
yeah, I do. I need somebody. Do the legal minute. Are we on? I'll talk to you about it in the break.
Okay.
What type of law does he?
He does personal injury.
Okay, that's good. That's good. What do you practice?
I'm more business, estate planning.
Okay. Yeah, we'll talk at the break. So if
you're lonely, you know I'm here waiting for you. I'm just a crosshair. I'm just a shot away from you. And if you leave here.
Welcome back to the Greg Tish Show, Jason on vacay edition. Now, guys, Thomas Dick and Stereo Madigan in studio. I warned Melissa. I was like, I don't know if you want to stay in there with them.
yes, I'm staying in here, but I will probably.
I have no doubt you
get
can
my
handle it.
opinion.
You can handle it.
Yeah. I'd rather look at her than look at you anyway.
Well, you're looking right at me.
I know.
Yeah, but you're behind the glass.
Okay. Okay.
The filter's on.
Good morning, Thomas.
Hey, man.
So, Terry, did y'all go to the Capitol Conservatives mayoral forum the other night?
I did not. I did not. That group's kind of liberal for me.
The Capitol Conservatives?
Yeah.
Wow. It seems like that with all 4 of the candidates showed up. And then, so Steve, when Steve Stewart came on the other day, I asked him, it's like, you just have to open up. Should the forums be open to everybody that obviously it's qualifying week, qualifying ends today for that. But with one of the candidates that was on the forum, and nothing that he just wasn't qualified yet. The three, I think that
wasn't legally qualified yet.
Yeah, and then but he had till today. But when does a point come to where, like with the larger forums, when those debates come into play, that you just have somebody that just is raised no money, they're just there. Can you cut them out?
Well, yeah, remember that was a big deal a few years ago with what for president. You had people, literally, write-ins, whatnot, that just, there was no way you could have 20 of them in there.
Right.
I think, for local, it just depends. But I mean, with the qualifying, that's when the metal hits the road. They put up their money and put their petitions.
Well, what if the qualified write-in, as we were talking about the other day?
I don't get that.
I don't either.
I thought a write-in was a write-in.
Yeah.
I mean,
but it is. I mean, there's a blank line at the end, and you just write
but
that
how do you
person
qualify
in.
as a write-in? That's that people have become qualified write-ins.
Yeah, I don't know what that even means. I could be a write-in come August or November.
Breaking news.
Yeah, I was not qualified. I know that. I got 0 signatures, and I'm sure not putting the whatever it is, $2,500 down to qualify. But
I would think that anybody that you wrote in a candidate, I mean, assuming they were like a legal adult resident, at least that's the way it works in Florida. That doesn't apply everywhere. That you would be right in. If you got elected, you got elected. So I really that's a Mark Early question. What is it? Because the whole idea of a write-in is write-in.
I'll text them and get that answer.
I do want to see. I really need some folks to start releasing their internal polling. I need to see where things are going. I mean, we're coming up on the end of Q2, so we'll certainly see the numbers. That's when it really gets hot because the reporting after June 30th. I want to say there's like at least 3. There's between 3 and 5 reports that have to be made between June 30th and when's the primary? August the 20th?
I think so. We got for like the city, it'll be August. Yeah, it'll be like August.
And so lots and lots and lots of reports that are given between the end of Q2 and whenever the primary is. But I mean, so you'll really be able to put your finger on the pulse of that politic when that report comes out, at least financially, which the financial health of the candidacy is as anybody will tell you, is a really, really, really big deal.
But that is, I mean, I think it's a general rule that's probably still somewhat applicable, but so many, candidates like, okay, Matt Lowe's going to get a bunch of out-of-state money from Soros groups.
Of course.
Loran, I think, will raise a lot of money locally. Yep. Parks can probably self-fund if he wants to do that.
Of course he could.
So I think
all 3 of them, all 3 of them could self-fund. And you know what? I don't know that that's necessarily a bad thing. I want to see.
Mouth is,
I want to see that the candidate themselves, the candidates themselves are actually, they're all in, and so you want to see some money, some personal funding going on in there.
Well, you talk about internal polling. I mean,
I do. I want to see what are your numbers instructing you? Because they all have the money to go out and buy.
I bet everyone. Let's talk about the 3 main ones.
I think they're all around 165,000. I think.
Are they?
With Loran, Daryl. I think Loran has a slight lead. I looked at the numbers on Tuesday.
On the dollar lead.
Yeah, the dollar lead. Yeah, that Loran has a slight lead over Daryl, and then Jeremy bringing up the 3, and then the 4th, and I can't remember his name.
Faust.
He's
got like
$1,000.
Yeah.
I mean, he had 6.
I heard he's a nice guy, but I don't see that getting traction. But no, you tell me they're all going to put out internal polls. They're all going to show each of them leading.
Yeah, well, I know, but I want to know what's guiding them. Because they take those internal polls because it's not just where do you sit against the others, it's where do you sit with this issue and that issue, and so what's helping them push their campaign forward. Look,
are they just looking at how many people are showing up to their events? how many people are wanting to volunteer to go out and canvass? How do you internally poll?
No, when I say internal poll, I mean like they are hiring somebody who is polling outside.
Okay.
Thank
you.
Yeah. They're just not releasing it. And sometimes they will release it, and they'll say, here's some internal polling.
I think it's good. I mean, between the three of them, I think it's probably good, pretty close right now. I mean, because you've got a split of folks between
I think
Clark
so too.
And Rand, and then Matt Lowe's got his group out there,
which will never go away.
It won't go away.
And to be quite frank, if it goes the way that I see it going, of course, this is just me spitting in the wind, so to speak. But if it goes the way I see it going, it'll probably be somewhere like Parks, Loran, Matt Lowe, or vice versa, Loran, Parks, Matt Lowe.
Or the other way around.
Way around. Yeah, just who
I meant Loran, Parks. Yeah, sorry. I need to see it on paper.
Do you see Matt Lowe in the lead for the
I don't,
for the
man.
Democrats?
I don't. I really don't. Because Matt Lowe is stuck with what he has. Now, this is the best case scenario for him. Basically a three-way primary. I get it. Faust is in there. I know nothing about him. I have no clue where he's going to be pulling from, but it is basically a three-way primary. And Matt Lowe is going to have roughly a third of the vote, and it's going to stay that way. And it's not going to get bigger. I just don't see if he makes it through. Let's say it's Parks Matt Lowe that makes it through to November. I just don't see him getting more than a third of the vote.
I could see Matt Lowe coming out on top in the primary because he's got his committee group. They're going to turn out.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. This is the best case scenario for him, but I don't see it happening for him in
Beyond
November.
Yeah. Be right back.
You're awfully quiet over there.
I wasn't saying a word because I'm like, oh, that's like a black man. I see them all, do them all. I have opinions.
Is a national management and IT
We don't do
consulting
that
firm located
Yeah,
right
no,
here in
I know.
Tallahassee, Florida, solving the future for state governments through strategy, process, and technology. As a trusted advisor for state governments, ISF knows the importance of defining a clear and detailed strategy. Our friends at ISF can help your organization create a strategy that sets you on a path to success. ISF, your vision plus our expertise brings your brilliant ideas to life. Visit ISF.com to learn more. ISF, solving the future.
Hi, Chris Kraft for Kraft Nissan. A friend of mine was planning his family's summer vacation, and their SUV had gotten a little older than they intended. So he called me up and he asked, is it really true that Nissan took the top spot for reliability among all mainstream brands in the last J.D. Power report? And I said, yes. It was like better than Toyota, Ford, Honda. Yes, yes, and yes, I replied. Then I told him about our 0% interest for 5 years, and he was off on a test drive. And he drove home with a new Pathfinder for summer vacation. That's right. Nissan is fighting to lower car payments, and 0% is back. Kraft Nissan has 0% for 60 months.
Oh, yeah.
Most reliable
Like, we don't
SUVs in
ever have to
America.
hear from
Nissan
him
Rogue,
again.
Murano, and Pathfinder. And
Make sure
0% on our popular truck, the Nissan Frontier. And don't forget, Kraft Nissan is home of the New For You program. It puts 4 out of 5 people with things in their credit into a brand new car. Recent divorce, bankruptcy, a credit score under 600, no problem. Plus, with Kraft Nissan's lifetime limited powertrain warranty, 6 models priced under $30,000, make this summer vacation the best one in years. Kraft Nissan, Tallahassee.
Games for Less, Tallahassee's largest selection of new and used games, as well as new and used consoles like Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Atari 2600, PS4, and PS5. You name it. Locally owned and operated since 1994, trade-ins are not only welcome, but Games for Less pays more for your trade-ins than the big chain stores. That's not all. Games for Less now buys and sells new and used vinyl records to boot. George loves the Beatles, by the way. Reserve all the new releases today at Games for Less, conveniently located in the Walmart Supercenter Plaza on Appalachian Parkway.
I'm Keith Gross. I'm running for Congress because America First principles are falling by the wayside. Our debt is skyrocketing, and nothing seems to change year after year. In Congress, I'll work to defend our freedoms, cut spending, and do my part to stop the dysfunction in D.C. Paid for by Keith Gross for Florida.
Hey, everybody, it's Ed Dean along with Roger Henderson, also with FloridaDaily.com. Just want to remind you, daily 4 to 6 in the afternoons right here in Tallahassee on Real Talk 93.3 FM. Roger, it is literally the 2 fastest hours anywhere in afternoon talk radio.
And if you think the country's going crazy, we'll help you make sense of it all.
Oh, yeah, we'll try to make some sense of it.
Again,
Monday through Friday, in the afternoons, Roger Henderson on 93.3.
Whatever you want. Barry knows school. He's keeping you comfortable. Barry knows school.
Warmer temperatures mean more strain on your heating and air system. Time to call Barano Heating and Air and get a full checkup on your HVAC system to keep it healthy through the summer months. Barano Heating and Air. Any day, anytime, anywhere. Get details at BaranoAC.com.
Barano Heating and Air Conditioning.
Yeah,
I talked to Lee.
Harnessing the power of the sun, delivering the highest quality drinking water. We are warming homes and fueling industries. Day and night, rain or shine. The city of Tallahassee Utilities
It might be bleak. It might not be a word that's if we can air.
From the championship stage to coaching change and everything in between, WarChant.com remains your home for the best FSU football coverage in the business. Brutally honest columns and features, market-leading multimedia presence across video and podcast, the largest FSU fan community with a staff that combines for over 100 years of experience covering the Noles. When change comes, WarChant.com is your home for analysis from every penny. WarChant.com, your ultimate Seminole sports source. Sign up today.
We want to talk about
The Greg Tish Show is brought to you by Leon Screening and Repair. Locally owned and operated since 1976. For screens, windows, glass, and more, visit leonscreening.com.
Hey everybody, this is Steve Stewart, inviting you to join me every Tuesday and Thursday from noon until 1 p.m. for the Steve Stewart Show, right here on Real Talk 93.3. From the pages of Tallahassee Reports, the Steve Stewart Show aims to keep our community informed, hold our local governments accountable, and impact our community in positive ways.
Yeah, that was that's not a topic that can lead to a ton of fun stuff. Maybe watch Michelle's
I am still living with your ghost, lonely and dreaming of the West Coast.
Whether you're just waking up or just driving in, the Greg Tish Show has you covered.
We are back. Free Talk Friday. Thomas Dickens, Terry Madigan, Melissa, sitting in there just going, oh boy, listen to these guys go. Well, with the other races now that with Diane Williams-Cox, that I guess her mentor with Dot Inman Johnson.
Was that her mentor?
Yeah. Yeah. That she's jumped into the race. And so those will be the interesting debates also with that. And then also for, is it C5? What is Commissioner Matt Lowe currently hold? C3. That will be interesting. All right, here's what I got. Mark Early, text me back.
What's the answer?
To be an official write-in candidate to have your votes counted, you must qualify. It's free. Qualifying as a write-in candidate, is not required to pay the qualifying fee. They must comply with all finance laws and submit the proper loyalty oath and financial disclosure at the time of qualifying. They must reside within the district representative by the office sought at the time. Write-in candidates shall qualify for the general elections, but their names will not appear on the ballot. So you're a qualified.
So you have to file something in advance before.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that defeats the whole purpose of write-in.
Yeah, me too.
I want to show up. I don't like any of these people running, so I'm gonna
write my name
on my list. I'm gonna put her name.
Thomas Dickens.
Right.
I'm gonna put Thomas Dickens in there.
Right. So
qualified
write-in is kind of.
So that wouldn't count if I did that and showed up. And
apparently not. Apparently
tens of thousands of people decided we're just.
Well, that's
we're going to write in Charlie Crist or what? Well, he's running for mayor someplace, but
St. Pete, man. Yeah. And moving down.
Here we go. Sometimes people qualify as write-in candidates to force an unopposed candidate to actually mount some sort of campaign. Other times people do it. They're not real serious, but sometimes some write-in candidates actually mount a solid campaign, and that's pretty rare because they don't have a party supporting them.
Yeah, it's unlikely to win that way, but I didn't know they had to. It was any qualification requirement. To me, that defeats the purpose of the write-in. I would challenge that.
Sorry,
right? Yeah, That's very interesting. So with the debates with seat 3, those should. I mean, that's going to be there's a lot of people running for that.
Ton of people.
So that's how Terry's talking about. The Democrats or the Republicans when there's a open seat at the White House, and they have the 2025. That's almost like what this seat is with everybody running for that.
Yeah, is that one? Dursapolsky, Talitha Edwards, and some others. Those are the only 2 I can name. But
so with those
are the only 2 that I know of. I think that CJ Perez is in that one, and then in Max Hurley is in that one too. I think that's the one that all of those people are in. I think I've only seen those 2 that you're talking about. That's the only ones that are really
I think
out
is
there.
in that one too. And then the other one, Rick Myers, Storch is running against him. Is there somebody else maybe? That's the only 2 I know of.
That's in the Leon County. That's
county.
That's a
county.
Leon County Commission seat. I did not realize that he had he'd drawn opposition.
Now is that a qualified write-in? Who you just mentioned?
No, I think I don't know if he's qualified. I mean, he's announced. I think he's running as a real candidate.
We'll have to look on Monday.
Yeah, I mean,
see who's in.
And I'm trying to think. I mean, has Rick Minor ever really had any
good competition?
Yeah, I don't
remember who ran. This will be his 3rd term?
Yeah, I think that I don't know that he drew an opponent on his second term. I just don't.
When he first ran, I think it was Emily Fritz, who was very qualified.
I do remember that.
And then, but I think Minor's done a pretty decent job.
I think he's done a great job.
Of the road,
I think he's done a great job, and I think because he represents that northwest side of town, like the Lake Jackson area.
Well, that's why you're seeing all these improvements.
And where we are now, the North Monroe Street stuff.
Yeah, he's done a great job in representing those folks, and I kind of always saw him, inside city limits more so. And I was a little bit shocked that he did not throw his hat in the ring for mayor.
I think there have been some scuttlebutt about it early on, but he decided he's probably safer where he is. It probably is.
Well, I mean, that commission seat, and help me out here, isn't the commission seat full time? The Leon County commission seat? No, it's not.
No, because you
get paid more though. They get paid more than the city.
Well, we'll vote on that.
I thought
we
now
vote
the
on
city
that in
gets the same
November.
now.
Yeah,
that's why I think. Aren't we voting on that, or we already vote on that?
I thought they already did it themselves, or
I think we.
Because it used to be the city got half of what the county, and then they were arguing about. I mean, and they do a lot of work. That's always been a thing when I ran 20-something years ago. I said this is really supposed to be a part-time job.
It is.
It's kind of a volunteer.
It doesn't
thing.
become that way.
I know. Well, I realize there's a lot to it, but that we have a plethora of city staff that's supposed to be doing stuff, and that's part of your thing as a commissioner is. You get policy and you get feedback and advice counsel from the thousands of city workers we have already.
Right.
But I just don't like that people running for their job.
Yeah.
Again, maybe if you're retired, and you can do it.
But also you're getting it as 90 grand a year plus, benefits.
You make a pretty good living on that.
Make a good job out of that. And especially if you have
some people don't have a
regular
choice.
Job.
Like, that's the only thing that they know how to do. You take, for instance, going out of Tallahassee, but, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, she's running for her life, with her Cocker Spaniel hair.
And that's an interesting one. Really. I mean, she's been there 20-something years. She is a liberal Democrat. She doesn't come across as crazy as some of your other liberal comrades. But I think I've been following that.
Talks, man. It's like nails on a chalkboard. I'm sorry. I know she's the party, but
she is running in a district. When they redistrict, this was the big thing is this is supposed to be a black district, so you ought to be black. Is that not racist? I mean, if I said but so you have these black.
According to the Supreme Court, we're not supposed to do that.
Well, you're not supposed, and that's kind of been the law. But you've got this group that's trying to push her out so the black can get elected. I'm like, look, and she doesn't even live in the district, which you don't have to. But
you don't have to.
If she can win it, then that ought to be.
She does that after
what it
she
is.
wins. As long as she wins, she does then.
I think for congressional, she can stay where she's at. She doesn't have to move into the district. That's my understanding.
I think it's during the campaign.
You don't have to live there, but while you're in office, you do.
You do, yeah. When you're in office,
be wrong.
Yeah, I don't think you do.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't. I mean, but she's like adjacent to it. I mean, she's living in the same place she's been for however many years, and it's literally the way they drew the lines. But I just there's something about it strikes me as wrong. Is it's got to be a black person, so we don't want you to run because you might win.
Mm-hmm,
okay, well maybe your people in that district want you to win. That's why you might win.
Yeah,
I mean, just to me, like I said, it's just so the reverse racism on it just.
But she is running for her life because I don't know. I don't see her doing anything else. I mean, that's kind of been her life is in DC.
I don't know what her personal circumstances are. Does she have a life outside of that? I mean, I don't know.
Hey, she could.
She's probably packed enough money away. I mean, they make a decent salary.
She could run for mayor like Charlie.
Yeah, that one's fun.
Have you ever seen somebody? People usually they run for office, higher office.
I know, man.
Charlie
he's worked his way down.
He's going to be water district commissioner. At some point.
Soil and water.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, good old Charlie.
I think he just likes to run. I think he just likes campaigning.
I like Charlie. He was good. I thought he was a decent governor. I think he could have easily won re-election.
I think he was a great attorney general.
Yeah,
I think he did it. I think he's a smart lawyer. And I think he did a good job as AG.
That's got to be a drop down. I mean, nothing against Mayor of St. Petersburg, but
he was on a trajectory.
To
AG to governor, okay, and then
he blew it.
Yeah, guys, y'all have a great weekend.
All right,
Jay Rebel, what color volcano when we get back?
I didn't even know it was a thing.
I had never heard of it.
Stories over the years. I don't know.
Was sentenced in connection to child exploitation crimes in Tallahassee. Israel Portillo was found guilty of attempting to entice a minor in unlawful sexual activity and traveling with the intent to engage in illicit sexual conduct. Portillo was arrested as part of the Operation Rabbit Hole, an undercover operation conducted by multiple law enforcement agencies in April 2025. Trial testimony revealed that Portillo began interacting with an undercover law enforcement officer who was posing as a 14-year-old on a dating website. Over a 2-week period, Portillo had sexually explicit conversations and arranged to travel from his home in Alabama to Tallahassee to meet the child for sex, where he was ultimately arrested. Portillo was sentenced to 121 months in prison, followed by 5 years of supervised release. The U.S. Attorney's Office identified Portillo as an illegal immigrant. Following his federal prison sentence, he will be held for deportation proceedings. This is Rachel Anay with Real Talk 93.3 Local News Update. Brought to you by Macklemore Systems, Tallahassee's go-to Mac store. Check them out online at MacklemoreSystems.com.
Now, here's your Paul's Termite and Pest Control Tallahassee weather report.
From the ABC 27 First to Know Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Jillian Preddy. We're waking up to very warm temperatures. Yet again, we are back in those low to mid 70s, feeling just a little warmer due to the amount of humidity that we do have, and that will also factor into daytime highs, making it feel like the upper 90s, while our actual temperatures will be in those low to mid 90s, around 94 degrees. This afternoon, some isolated showers are expected yet again, but mostly we're going to be having those partly cloudy skies. From the ABC 27 First to Know Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Jillian Preddy.
For the elimination of termites, pests, and for a greener lawn too, call Paul's. They'll get them all.
Your friendly neighborhood bar and grill just got a whole lot closer to home. You can now order delicious Smitty's Tap House and Grill for delivery directly to your doorstep. Just visit Smitty'sTapHouse.com, click the Order Online button, and choose Pickup or Delivery. Enjoy Smitty's famous handmade pretzel with beer cheese, juicy pub burger, or even the amazing schnitzel sandwich, delivered fresh right to your doorstep. Support local and order online today for takeout or delivery at Smitty'sTapHouse.com, where everybody knows his name.
Injured? Call Facek Brooks and come back stronger. Offices, Tallahassee.
Florida man, what'd you do to yourself this time?
Disney World. Me and Hank, my emotional sport alligator, we did it all.
Please tell me you weren't swimming in the Seven Seas Lagoon again.
Well, not this time. We rode the monorail to the Magic Kingdom, hit Space Mountain, crushed some turkey legs, and we washed it down with a couple of Dole Whips. And the best part, the Country Bear Jamboree.
Sounds like a great day so far. What happened?
Well, we're running late, and I'm sprinting to the front row of the show, and it starts, and the music's playing, and crowds are clapping. I got carried away. I got this bright idea. I'm going to stage dive to Hank. I jumped, Hank tried to catch me, and pop, my back went out midair.
Well, I'm glad you came, because Dr. Finn's going to get you fixed right up.
Well, next time we're sitting in the back row.
You don't have to do a Disney stage dive to get back pain, neck pain, headaches, or numbness in your arms and legs. Come see us at Fenn Chiropractic for exceptional care to help your body heal itself the right way. Book your appointment online today at fennchiro.com. That's FENNCHIRO.com.
You've got to try the new TikTok diet.
Just ask Chat.
I just take blue-green algae.
You just have to eat kale. Kale, kale, kale.
I read you should put butter in your coffee.
Or you could trust your gut. When it comes to your energy, digestion, and overall health, how do you know what's actually right for you? That's where Viome comes in. Viome is a simple at-home gut health test that looks at your body's real-time biology using RNA to show what's going on inside you right now. Not trends, not guesses, your biology. With your results, Viome gives you clear, personalized, actionable guidance. Which foods help you, which ones don't, and which supplements your body actually can benefit from. All based on the world's largest gut health databases and thousands of clinical research studies. Many people who use Viome report better digestion, more energy, and an improved mood within months. So stop guessing. Start knowing.
And maybe still eat the kale?
Maybe. Learn more at viome.com/know. V as in Victor, IOME.com/KNOW. And use coupon code VIOME50 to save $50 off your purchase.
And eat everything blue.
No, thank you.
The Greg Tish Show is sponsored by Southeast Portable Buildings for gazebos, pole barns,
Tallahassee's morning show, the Greg Tish Show on Real Talk 93.3.
That is Volcano Girls by Veruca Salt. Jay Revel in for a little TLH-ish history. We're going to stay around. I mean, we figured Jay asked me for a topic. I obviously was asleep when you sent that text.
I know.
And what we're going to talk about today with my listen. So when my Melissa came in, she heard you were coming in to do our history talk. And she goes, what are y'all talking about? And I was like, we are talking about the Wakulla volcano.
Yeah.
And she said, I've never heard of it.
Kick on back. We got a story for you.
So so I said, perfect for you to come in.
Yeah.
So Melissa, ask Jay what the Wakulla volcano is.
Jay, what is the Wakulla volcano?
Great question.
Yeah. It could be a great name for an eventual Crawfordville minor league team.
There we go. The Wakulla volcanoes.
It's really interesting, so let's see. Monday this week, did y'all feel the rumble?
She did.
I did. I was at the station. Yes.
Yeah. I was downtown. A lot of people said they felt it, but we had this earthquake down off of the island of Cuba, and there's a plate down there, whatever fault line. So a lot of people feeling the shake. Made me think back to the last time Florida experienced noticeable earthquake symptoms, which was in 1886, August of 1886.
Wow.
And what's crazy, so that was what was known as the Charleston earthquake. And what is particularly interesting about that earthquake here is that that's when the Wakulla volcano got snuffed out, so to speak. So go back in time all the way. I mean, there were reports of this thing all the way back into the times of the Spanish settlers, but particularly the most prominent reports were from 1830 through 1886. So really about the time the population here started growing as Tallahassee is founded, right, in 1824. People start taking notice of this smoke plume that seemed to have a ever-present, visual coming out of the deep swamps that would be somewhere around
the border between Wakulla County and Jefferson County to the south. And you could see it from the Capitol. You could see it from downtown. You could see it largely from about 20 miles away. Even out on the coast, you would have, ships would use it for for guidance. Yeah, I mean, it was almost like a lighthouse in the distance, right? Back during the Civil War, you had Union ships coming through that didn't know what it was and assumed it was some kind of
a little skirmish
Confederate camp or something. So they just go firing volleys off into the swamp trying to snuff them out. But no one ever really knew what it was. I mean, it was a very mysterious thing, and everyone kind of referred to it as the volcano. Obviously, fast forward, we know now that we have
no volcanoes.
Yeah, there's no volcanic activity underneath us, but the widely regarded theory is that it was a like a peat moss fire down in a limestone cave, and it's probably sparked through lightning at some point in time and burned for decades, if not longer. It would make this big smoke plume off in the distance, and then one day when an earthquake happened, it snuffed out. No one ever saw it again. So a lot of people think that whatever that shift was that happened, it might have collapsed the cave. It might have had somehow allowed some water to come in there and snuff it out. But it burned for a long, long time and created a lot of mystery.
That's the thing, like anybody that's lived near the Everglades is always on fire. When some fires are larger than others, but there's always a plume of smoke somewhere in the Everglades. And with us, we look at down at Wakulla, especially in the 1800s, you're just not jumping in a car to go check it out. That it was just very difficult to walk around, very difficult to traverse that. So this could have gone on, like I said, that for generations.
Yeah, I mean, people went looking for it. I mean, they just couldn't ever hack it all the way through there. It was just out in this deep swampy area, and back then, not a lot of the proper tools and technology to find something like that. But it's pretty crazy.
You imagine like somebody walking out September 1st and kind of looking out and going, ain't no more smoke.
Yeah, where'd it go?
1886.
Yeah.
A drone would have come in handy back then.
No, yeah, no kidding. Yeah, flying
drone, airboats
down there.
Yeah,
just gone and found out exactly what it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, the limestone cave, that makes sense.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of caves around here, I think, that probably still are undiscovered. Yeah, I had this old guy. I ever tell you about the guy? His name's John Kennedy. I don't know if he's still alive or not, but he used to call me when I was working for John Daly's office, and the county had purchased what's now the Fred George Greenway, and he lived out by there, and he was always wanting to know how the progress is going. We were building the ballparks and all that stuff. Beautiful greenway, by the way. A lot of people hadn't been to that one, but it doesn't get as much maybe traffic as the Miccosukee Greenway and others, but it's absolutely gorgeous. And he would call me and tell me these stories about how underneath that property, there is a massive underground cave system. And he said, he'd be like, I've been in there. I spent my time when I was a kid. I'd go in there and we'd explore. He goes, there's cave paintings, Indian paintings on the walls everywhere. He goes, I could take you down there and show you how to get in there. There's a little hole. You got to sift through it. And he used to talk to me about how it would put the Mariana Caverns to shame. And I remember I went into the Parks and Rec office one time. I was like, hey,
you ever heard of this?
I was like, we might want to go kind of look into this. So, for all you explorers out there, allegedly, there's a massive cave system
under Fred George
Greenway.
The Greenway.
Yeah, but I haven't gone seeking it out. But
is that where we need to bring the ground penetrating radar to see?
Sure. I mean, somebody ought to go check it out. I mean, he swore. I mean, he didn't have any reason to make that up. Yeah. I don't think. I mean, he was a very knowledgeable guy. Grew up. I mean, he was like born right next door to that property. You know what I mean? It was an old farm. I think it was called the Maples Farm back then.
Mm.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
Well, and it makes sense. I mean, you think about, obviously you've got all the karst topography with Lake Jackson and everything. It tracks. There's no telling. Still mysteries to be found.
Mysteries to be found. The Wakala volcano
That's
one,
it.
and now the Tallahassee caverns.
That's it, man. Great.
Do they exist or not?
We could use a little more,
Well, I
natural
mean, we'll have to
tourism.
look at. I mean, to find. Oh, you've got to shimmy down a hole just to be able to find that hole. That's going to be damn near impossible.
Yeah, we can dig it up. Yeah.
And what? Bulldoze our way down.
Yeah, just
Bring someone little.
Yeah. You got
Okay, Melissa.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that a
Melissa
volunteer?
the Explorer.
You
See that
volunteering?
hole right
Yeah.
there? Go for it.
That's it.
Dive in there.
That's it.
But the myth of the Wakala volcano, it kind of ebbs and flows with people talking about it. That it won't get talked about for a while, and then we'll bring it up, and then when
I was like,
the
the
books,
earthquake.
yeah.
That feels like I've got somewhere. I got to dig it up. I wish I could have found it. I was going to bring it in, but it's somewhere in the archives. But it's this poem that was written about the Wakala volcano back then, and I got a little copy of it. I found it at an antique store one time, and it's really interesting because it kind of frames the mindset, of what they were thinking. I mean, again, like I said, people would go climb up, to the top of the Capitol and look south, and it was a very popular topic. I mean, people
Through tangled cypress, dark muck, and untamed brush, Chief
Yeah.
Tallahassee and Wanahachie traveled south, discovering Osceola, keeping his father's flame burning.
Sure. This is one of the great stories of when the legend becomes fact. Print the legend. But they do somewhere there needs to be some, a Wakala volcano, something.
Are there paintings or anything?
I don't know. That's a good
of-
question. Not that I can think
that,
of.
because we even look like here, and like with the Cascades.
Yeah.
There's like one
There's like
thing
one,
of it.
yeah.
And it's like from like right before they filled it in. So it doesn't really give like the proper beauty
Yep.
of what it was. It's like a photo that I think that people have colorized, or that there's one painting of the Cascades, and it's just like not very well documented on that.
Yeah, I've never seen anything. There's lots of writings about it, but not a lot of visuals.
Yeah. Well, we will continue our conversation. Tallahassee-ish history. Melissa, you learning?
Yeah, I'm heading out, but thanks for having me on the show today.
Oh, that's right. You got a meeting you got to head out to, so go enjoy that great traffic. Well, thank you for coming in.
Well, thank you.
Tell them about the volcano.
Yeah.
Guys, guess what? I learned about a volcano from Jay Revel.
Yes.
And they'll go, oh, Jay Revel telling his
dear.
stories again.
I'm sure some of it's true.
Yes. We'll be right back.
I don't practice Santeria. This is Thomas Dickens from the Law Office of Marie Maddox. I'm a combat veteran and a former JAG. I've fought for our country, and now I fight to get you your back wages. If your boss has ever shorted your paycheck or withheld your overtime, you need to call me now. 850-383-4800. 850-383-4800. Or find us online at maddoxlaw.com. Offices in Tallahassee.
There's a common feeling about big car dealerships. The pressure, the back and forth, the feeling that you're being sold to instead of listened to. All the stereotypes are negative, and that's why Tallahassee Ford decided to be different. At Tallahassee Ford, the experience starts with a conversation, not a sales pitch. We take the time to understand what you actually need, what fits your lifestyle, and what makes sense for your budget. No games, no gimmicks, just honest answers, transparent pricing, and a team that believes trust matters more than quick deals. Whether you're buying new, used, or trusting us with your vehicle service, you'll feel the difference the moment you walk in. Come visit us at Tallahassee Ford. It's not your typical dealership experience, because Tallahassee deserves better. Visit Tallahassee Ford today.
I'm Keith Gross. I'm America First, and that means secure elections, secure borders, and putting American citizens before illegal immigrants. In Congress, I'll work for hardworking families of North Florida every single day. Paid for by Keith Gross for Florida.
Hi, this is Gary Parsons with Cafe de Martin, and I just want to talk to you a little bit about the magic of Cafe de Martin on Sunday night. If you're looking for an elevated dining experience with jazz music, look no further than Cafe de Martin. Open Tuesday through Sunday with live music on the weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Check out our full menu online at cafedemartin.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram for other special events.
It's where you raise your kids, where friends become family, where every corner has a story worth telling. It's your neighborhood. At ABC 27, we share those stories, bringing you news that connects communities, builds pride, and reminds us we're part of something bigger. We are ABC 27, in your neighborhood.
Ready to ride the low payment wave? Hello Credit Union is making a splash with auto refinance rates as low as 3.49% APR. If you're making payments on a car loan somewhere else, now's the perfect time to see how much you could save. And here's the best part. We guarantee to lower your monthly payment by at least $50, or we'll give you $50 if we don't. Lower payments and more money in your pocket. That's the sunny side of money. Catch the refinance wave today at hellocu.com.
Credit standards and restrictions apply. Visit hellocu.com for details.
You recognize the smell of marijuana, but it's not just a smell. It's a warning. If you can smell it, harmful chemicals are entering your lungs, bloodstream, and brain, and our children too. Every inhale affects brain development and triples the risk of serious respiratory issues. Protect your kids and grandkids from the dangers of marijuana. Their future is on the line. This message is sponsored by the Department of Children and Families and the Florida Association of Broadcasters.
Whether you're just waking up or just driving in, the Greg Tish Show has you covered.
Jay Revel in with us. Sorry, I'm not right on all that.
By the way, the answer is Paraguay. We play
Paraguay, 3 o'clock or 9 o'clock tonight.
That's late.
Yeah, that is very late. But that's good for the bars of Friday night. You got the band playing, and then
that's right.
Going up against the U.S. playing. And I don't know where they're playing.
Oh,
I mean, it must be West Coast, or is it like Dallas or something? Or is it starting in Kansas City?
I don't know.
But yeah, World Cup kicked off yesterday down in Mexico. Today, moving up. Tomorrow, more games taking place. I know Canada starts, I think, at 3 today. That they'll go on. Great matches yesterday. But I'll be watching on Germany plays Sunday at 1 p.m. So we'll be watching at the FSU Student Union that the game starts.
SoFi Stadium tonight.
SoFi? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So out in Seattle?
SoFi. No, LA. That's LA.
Oh, that's
and
the
then
new.
And then they go to Seattle.
Okay.
And then back to SoFi in LA.
SoFi's gorgeous stadium.
Yeah, it's nice.
Gorgeous stadium.
Did you see the Stinky Gators are going to spend over $1 billion renovating their Stinky Stadium?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's an old stadium.
Sorry, Gator fan.
No, it's an old stadium, and
it is
needs
old. It does, yeah.
They're probably looking at it. They were probably 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Because what Florida Field has done through the years is that you had, just everything dug into the ground, into the old swamp there.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh, we need more. Oh, we'll just add on. Just add on. Just clump on. Just like pieces like Neyland Stadium in Tennessee, very similar. Except Neyland's still in a giant erector set.
Yeah.
But Florida, I think it's good that they're going to do that. They're going to have it done by 2030.
Yeah.
I believe. So I wonder if they'll.
It
looks like
$1
they're.
billion.
Yeah. I think they're adding like skyboxes around like
all
the
the way around
entire
the top. Yeah. Crazy.
Why don't you just connect your end zone?
Yeah.
That end zone just always looks so weird.
Yeah. Kind of poking out.
Just like piece together. It's like Texas A&M. Their stadium looks
they got
pieced
one
together.
Like that.
Like at least with Doak when they renovated in the 90s, that they had that horseshoe.
Yeah.
They connected. But Florida, they put up that upper deck and that end zone and just looked out of place.
Not everybody can be as pretty as us.
No. No. But I wonder if they'll add like the luxury seats down in the bottom.
I don't know.
Like
I'm not sure.
And we'll see how ours go with that.
Yeah, be helpful. Win some games.
Yeah, win some games. That would be absolutely something.
I was putting the schedule on my calendar today for the fall, and I was like, going through it, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, New Mexico State, yeah.
The Lobos, we got them, yeah.
It could be tough. Alabama, it's going to be tough. I was like trying to get to like 6, and I was like,
I wouldn't mind going to the Alabama game.
I think I'm going.
I've never been to an Alabama game. I
I've
think
never
that
been
would be
to Tuscaloosa.
fun.
If my wife's listening, surprise! I'm going.
Surprise!
I didn't tell you.
I
think I'm going.
Greg and Jay are going to Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, live from Tuscaloosa.
Nelly, we got a Fandango in Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
That's it.
Yeah, I'd love to go see Rammer Jammer.
Yeah,
being played and see Forrest run down the field. I think that would be a lot of fun. That's because I rarely watch any Alabama football games.
Yeah,
it just seems very New York Yankees like.
Yeah,
no offense to any longtime Alabama
fans.
That's
you won another one, huh? Great.
Yeah, awesome. You always have sold out. All these fans. It just seems very. It's never been of interest, but now it is. I mean, I saw the 2010 when we played them in Jacksonville.
Yeah, I was there for that.
Went over for that game. Lovely game.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Nick Saban's first year.
Yeah.
And we took care of him.
That was a Xavier Lee game? I think it was a Xavier Lee.
I don't remember that. I remember we drove there and drove back.
Yeah.
Because it was an afternoon game or 3:30 start.
Yeah. I remember River City Showdown or whatever. I don't know why they were playing in Jacksonville, but they did.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was
a good time.
Yeah, that's where the Roll Tribe
started. Yeah. We played a lot. I remember we played Colorado one time over there randomly. I don't remember why, but went to that one too.
Of course, probably if you're of a
Bobby's
certain age,
game.
you'll remember the it seems like the Gator Bowl is always something for us.
Yeah.
That if you're of a certain age, everybody remember the 1989 Southern Miss games. Brett Favre, quarterback for Southern Miss, beating Florida State.
Was that in Jacksonville?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No breeze, 100,000 degrees.
Yeah.
That was the last time that Florida State, they literally had marching chiefs passing out, falling out.
Oh my gosh.
First game of the season, falling out because they were wearing wool uniforms.
Oh boy.
And that's when finally somebody said, maybe we should look at a different material.
Yeah, let's mix it up.
And that's where they started going to the different materials. It was so tremendous. And I wore pants for some stupid reason because my thing was, it's right there by the water.
Yeah.
Every time I've been, there's always been a nice breeze.
Yeah.
And not that day, nothing.
Huh.
Nothing. It was
I can't wait to see. That's the stadium of the future that they're calling it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because they'll be in Orlando this
Yeah,
year.
that's right. Orlando Jags.
And then come in and play there.
Yeah.
Of course, now we got the Orlando Jags, the Indiana Bears.
Oh my gosh.
I saw a really funny comment. Somebody said had a picture of the Chicago River and the skyline of Chicago and said, this is so beautiful this time of year, and said, ooh, NFL expansion team should go here. I thought that was clever.
Oh, that's crazy.
His stadium, like you look at Florida Gators, I mean, they're proud. But if they were an NFL team, they'd be like, yeah, we're leaving.
Yeah.
They would have left a long time ago.
Yeah. I mean, what's crazy about that Florida price tag is that, like, I mean, it probably would be cheaper to build a new one. It would probably be cheap. I mean, it'd be in the ballpark. You could have a brand new one, probably for $1.4 billion. You can have a brand new stadium, state of the art.
That's gonna be really nice saying that, because again, it's such an ancient stadium.
It is.
And then the college that
I was down there the other day.
They keep their stadiums. Down in Gainesville?
Yeah, I was telling you I was in Ocala for a shoot.
Right,
I had to stop in Gainesville, and I had to burn my clothes.
It's once you get away from the interstate, I like Gainesville.
Oh, I find their downtown kind of. They have a wonderful art museum. The Harn Museum of Art is absolutely fantastic.
Maybe we'll call our counterparts down in Gainesville. They can do a Gainesville history, and then we can hang up on them one.
Well, isn't it interesting, by the way, that the seat of our largest rival, Gainesville, is named after the same guy that
that we have
street that
Gaines
goes
Street.
by our stadium. You know?
Mm-hmm. There's, I think that he has schools.
Yeah.
Gainesville, Georgia. Anything that's
Mhm.
Gaines, and if
Yeah.
you see a street, it's the same dude.
Yeah.
Never.
He
I
was,
don't think he ever stepped foot down there because he never
I
stepped
don't know.
foot here.
He was Andrew Jackson's aide de camp.
I don't think that he ever came to Florida.
I don't know. That's a good
I know he
point.
never
Need
came to
dig that up.
Tallahassee. Like, because that's one of the things, like, if people are going, oh, we need to change this street name. It's like, well, here's a street name you can change, Gaines Street, because Gaines never stepped foot
God,
once.
don't get them started. The city commission changes street names every day now. That's all they do.
It's too easy.
Yeah.
It's too easy, and I disagree with some. Some I'm like, okay, I like
I
this.
do disagree. I think they need to chill out.
I agree.
They need to chill out. It's
I
too
agree.
much.
That with one, I think that was the same one that we were upset about. That's like, because you just don't know the history.
Yeah, right. I totally agree.
And
it's
that's
just,
why
they're
we're
just
here.
like it. You know, it's so funny. Like they're. It used to be much more of a process, and they were like, "No, we're going to have an easier process." And now it's like, "Oh, okay, well, maybe we need a harder one again."
Maybe we should do that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm giving you a good song to go out on.
We're not spinning today?
No, I didn't. I don't know how.
You don't know how?
That's
Okay,
the one
well.
thing I didn't ask Jason on how to do the wheel. So, okay, sorry.
Well, listen. Thanks to everybody for suffering through the loosey goosey edition with us today.
We'll be
appreciate
back
it.
to normal on
Watch
Monday
out
when
for those
Jason gets
volcanoes.
back. Jay, be a better person today than you were yesterday. Everybody else, you do the same. We'll see you bright and early Monday morning.